First of all, you have to weigh everything. First, starting with the flour, sorry. And it's according on how many pizzas you want. If you want, like, let's say 6 pizzas in the normal dish for the oven, let's say 1,500 grams of flour. 1,500.
But if you want to do
That's
one,
it. But no. If you want to have like 6 or 7.
but if you want one,
If you want one, I don't really know. It's just if you want one, it's 200.5 grams, more or less. So let's do like 5 or 6 pizzas. So is for 5 or 6 pizzas is 1,250. Okay. This one you can do it like in a pot, which is way easier, or in a flat surface like table or whatever. In this way it's way easier, like you will not spread flour all over the kitchen. Then you have to take the yeast, which is here. For the yeast it depends, because there are like many kinds of yeast, of mieles. This one it's the dry one, so it takes like less yeast than normal. If you get the normal one, like kind of butter, let's say, it needs more. The ratio is like 1 to 3. So like usually for this kind of recipe, you need, let's say, 15 grams. Like in this situation, 12 grams of the normal one, the fresh one. But with the dry one, it takes less. So we're gonna need just 4, because the ratio is 3 to 1. So like 4, it's 12. Well, this one is 1,250 grams. This one is for, it's like 5 pizzas, let's say.
yeah.
Okay. Then you have to get like of the dry one, 4 grams.
4.
4.
For
Or
this,
no, yeah, for
this,
everything. Yeah, we're doing everything all together.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna split. Once the dough is ready.
Only 4 grams?
Yeah, only 4. If you get the fresh one, it's 12 and a half. Because the ratio is 3 to 1. So just, and you have to mix it with a bit of water, like normal water, like not fresh, not cold. Like not cold, not warm, let's say.
How much water?
No, it doesn't really matter. You just have to pour, before the yeast, then the water, and then just mix it. Okay, then the olive oil. It's like usually the ratio is 500 grams of flour, 35 grams of olive oil, and yeah, but I'm gonna save it for this. For this one is 87 grams. 8 right?
Yeah, right.
For 2 pizza, if you put 500 grams, is 35 grams of olive oil.
For 1 kilo and 50.
For 1 kilo, 250.
Not 200, 500.
For 500 is 35. 35 and is 30. It's 105. Yeah.
Čia kuriam kiekiui tiek galėjo?
Pusantro kilo. Pusantro kilo ir 105 gramai aliejus.
Kiek? 105?
105 gramai.
Okay, now we're done. Now we have to make the dough. This one. We have to start from this and arrive to this, which is not that complicated actually. So now we have just to pour step by step all the ingredients we prepared. So the salt, the olive oil, and somewhere the yeast. And now, forgot, the water. The water is always 500 grams of flour. It's 300 milliliters of water from the tap. It's fine. In this situation, it's 750. Okay, now I don't really know why, but it goes like this. You have to do a hole here, a kind of mountain, and then do a hole inside. I don't know if I do like this, it falls down. But anyway, you have to do a hole and pour the yeast with the water. And you can pour all the yeast, it's fine. Then, like this. Then you have to add a bit of, then step by step everything else. Like a bit of salt to make everything good, let's say. Do not pour the olive oil onto the yeast. I don't know why it's something chemical, but it goes kind of bad. I don't know. It's just like all around. If it goes like upon, it's fine, but not everything. And then water, a bit always, not everything. And then you have to start to. Does anybody want to try? Okay, I will get my dirty. Okay, now is nothing special. You just have to like mix it.
So you're adding water little by little, yeah?
Yep. And salt as well, and olive oil as well. So to not pour everything in the same part of the dough. Okay. Okay, now once that you have this stuff, okay, you have to pour on a flat surface like this with a flour, so it's not gonna stick. You're gonna need a lot of flour. And now the most traditional part, let's say, you have to do this stuff till you will see. There is no the perfect consistency for the dough. It's just like when you feel it's okay, it's fine. But it's gonna take kind of long time.
But it should be already, it still should be a little bit, how to say, sticky, or it should be already really...
No, not that hard, not that sticky. It's kind of, it's hard to explain. You
will show it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a feeling. And you have to keep adding flour till it's not gonna get like, not sticky, not hard. It's almost done. So now it's not that sticky.
So it's already ready,
But
yeah?
no, it's almost done.
Almost done.
Because it's still a bit sticky. Okay, now that it's not sticky, I don't know if this is the point. I don't know how to explain. You see, it's not sticky, but it's still kind of soft. The easiest part, because now you just have to do the portion to do this stuff, you know? So I usually do kind of salami, let's say. And then you just have to cut it in how many pizzas do you want. So from this one you can get more or less like the same, like 4 big pizzas and 2 small pizzas, or 5 normal pizzas, let's say. Do we have that? Okay, and now you just have to let them grow for 2.5 up to 3 hours, more or less.
We will put them on the plate.
Huh?
We will cook.
The best one is to put on this one and to leave them in the oven with just the light turned on, nothing else, not heaters or stuff, just with this one, this kind of towel, a little bit humid, do not ask me why, but for the bread it's like this. And a bit humid, like just covering the dough and put it in the oven with the light turned on. That's it. This one for 2.5 up to 3 hours. It's just up to you. And you have to put just a bit on the dish or whatever, a bit of flour, otherwise it's gonna stick. And that's it. Now you just have to let them grow somewhere, usually in the oven, as I said. Now the oven is not available, so somewhere else, but for sure covered. And now we have to make the sauce for pizzas, but we need this pot. Those jars, let's say the servanto, they have a percentage here of how many tomatoes are in the percentage of tomatoes which is inside. So the higher it is, the better it's gonna be. This is 35. So
And what usually?
usually in Maxima I found it's 53 or 48 more or
But it's
less.
usually not
It
like
doesn't change that much.
90%. Can you find 90%?
Не знаю.
Tai jau būtų pomidorų pasta.
Yeah. For the highest one, you should take this one, but with tomatoes inside.
Okay.
No, the one is like toothpaste. The one like it's the same, but it has tomatoes inside.
Okay.
So of course it's higher because there are tomatoes.
Yeah, others.
Būna su pomidorų gabaliukais. Padažas. Yeah.
Oh, I don't really know how many tomato sauce goes here because I usually do like this one. It's 1,000, so it's more or less like this. But usually from this kind of like those for like 6 or 7, I save a bit because I'm Italian. I need to eat pasta, so I have to save it. So it's just up to you. And to save everything,
Not to leave any drop.
yeah, the drier it is, the better it gets. But it's not a huge problem because this specific mozzarella is really wet. Oh, sorry. So it's more or less fine. And then we just have to wait. Do we have sugar? Just for later. And everything is better if all the toppings and ingredients are in the kind of environment temperature. It's not everything. It has to be not that cold, not that warm. You have to make the dough flat, then put the tomato sauce. Then I don't know. It's up to you because like we made in 2 different ways, like the homemade pizza. You can put before the toppings and then the mozzarella cheese, and let it melt down like over everything. Otherwise, as I usually do, put before mozzarella cheese, and then add all the tops. All the toppings. This is just up to you. It doesn't change actually that much. You're gonna get the same result.
So then it means that we can start this dough, put everything on top, and then put sauce.
Yeah, but
Let's maybe try.
do you wanna try?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's red.
Between like 200, it's more or less 220, more or less.
Even with spice. Yeah.
Yeah, with the fan. If it's without the fan, it's a bit more. It's 230, 235. More. Just all. No, just shh. And leave this, because and then you have to do like this. Do you wanna do it or should I? Okay. And even here in the border.
For the
Like,
special,
yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, spread like here all around. Even
Maybe not
this
enough.
part. Okay. Because otherwise the crust is gonna be stuck here.
Yeah. So now it's like
When it grows too much, it makes like this kind of
yeah.
crust, you know. But it's nothing
Put
bad.
on the side, no?
No, it's fine. No, you give it kind of rectangular shape already. Then you put like this, and then you just spread it.
Oh, так zmiękczać, yes.
Okay.
Very soft.
Just this is the point.
Happy.
Just
30 seconds.
just even with the full hand, just doing
What
like
do you
this.
do?
Yeah, it's-
King cat.
And the tomato sauce, which is ready. Do you wanna try?
No.
Sure.
No, I can destroy it. I already touched it and then I understood that I might destroy the whole Italian pizza.
Okay, this tomato sauce is not that good, so it's a bit liquid, but so you just.
Тут каршта, да.
Okay. You just put some.